Well, this is Guy again on my 136 days to go to the marathon that I'm going to run. Um, been thinking a lot this last couple of days. My mind's really been turning uh, about just how powerful incremental habits have become for me. Uh, 377 days ago, I started the 365 commitment, and it prior to that, I was like this. I was rotten with perfection. I thought you had to be perfect, right? Like you had to be Mister Perfect. You had to be like get everything right. And I can't describe to you the psychosis involved in that. I mean, maybe you feel it too. But in order for me to accomplish anything, I had to have like this perfect system. In order for me to lose weight, I would have to eat perfectly and run and exercise perfectly. And the second a day went by and I didn't get it right, well, things would start to crumble. I was never healthy, never mentally healthy enough just to be okay with failure and pick it up and go the next day. It's like I had to have everything right. And so I've stumbled through this looking for a perfect system that I could follow, and I spent my whole life never finding it. So now here I am, you know, middle aged, half a century old, and I finally cracked the code. I finally figured it out, and I figured it out 377 days ago, and it started with me picking up what I think is the absolute best habit a human can form, and that habit is the 365 commitment. If you go to the website, the365commitment.com, and you just follow the simple formula every day of your life, you will change. You will have a dramatic and powerful change in your life. It is unavoidable. It may not happen right away. It may take you 6 months, 9 months, but if you do it every day, eventually you will change. Now, let me give you an example. I started the 365 commitment, and every morning I would wake up and write down effectively the same thing, which was get healthy, eat better, lose weight, exercise more. I mean, I'm writing those things down every day. And then after 50 days of doing that every day, eventually I decided to do something about it, right? And because I had been doing something every day like clockwork, bump bump bump, habitual pattern, I realized it's not going to be that hard for me to do something effective for my health by adding an increment every day. So I just stared in the mirror one morning or one night, and I decided, you know what? Tomorrow morning, I'm going to write at dawn. I'm going to wake up and I'm going to get it done. And I'm going to put it on my 365 commitment, and I'm not going to give up. I'm doing it every day. So what is it I'm going to do every day? So I decided I'm waking up at 5 every morning. Every morning I'm waking up at 5 a.m. I don't care how late I went to bed. I don't care if I'm sick. I don't care if I'm knocking on death's door. I don't care what it is. I'm waking up at 5 a.m. That is going to build consistency in my behavior, consistency in my sleep patterns. It's going to drive an expectation that I have to get to bed early. It's going to drive an expectation. And if I don't do it right, well, guess what? 5 a.m.'s coming. So get the freak out of bed. And you know what? Now I get up before 5 a.m. because I know it's coming. My mind is trained. It knows. And at 4:30, I'm like, boom, I'm up. So, and if I heard a madman telling me to wake up at 5 a.m. every morning, even if it's Saturday, even if it's your birthday, I would have said, screw you, whatever, you idiot, you moron. I got to sleep in now and then. You got to have some fun in life. Well, that old me was dead wrong. Waking up at 5 a.m. every morning completely changed me. And I decided I would also run. So I'd wake up at 5 and I would go running. I didn't care how far. I didn't care how fast. I didn't care where. I didn't care what shoes I had or didn't have. I didn't care if I was running in a freaking suit. I was going to wake up and run every morning. And when I got back, I would do one push up, one sit up, and one squat. And then the next day, I would add another. So the second day, I would do two push ups, two sit ups, and squats. Well, I am here to tell you that I ran this morning or this afternoon. I ran 6 miles at a relatively easy pace. But I can tell you right now, I am a runner now. I'm not a very good runner, but I am a runner. I can run 6 miles without breaking a sweat, 9-minute mile pace. Could have ran faster, could have got it down to 8 or maybe even 7 minutes a mile if I wanted to. Cardiovascular health is pretty sharp. I even know my VO2 max now. See, that's how freaking much of a runner I'm now, is I can use words like VO2 max. Like the old guy 327 days ago would not have even understood anything about running. But now I know all about 0-degree shoes. I know about, pacing. I know about diet issues. I know what to eat before and after. I know I've got running clothes. When I go for a trip, a business trip, I have more running stuff in my suitcase than I do actual work clothes. In fact, I've had to come up with creative ways to eliminate work clothes so that I could pack more running stuff. But that's what the transformation that has occurred to me in 327 days from the day I decided to wake up at 5 a.m. and run every day. And I know what you're going to say. Don't run every day. It'll hurt your knees. Oh, whatever. I've ran every day and I've kept it reasonable, but incremental, small improvements every day. Even there have been days when I literally crawled out of the door and I ran down to the freaking mailbox and back, but I kept my commitment. And I'm telling you, keep the commitment. Keep your commitment, because the very act of incremental improvement, keeping the commitment, staying the course, will do more for you than any single moment. And I'm going to tell you right now, because I know this to be true. Willpower is a fleeting friend. Willpower freaking hates you. Willpower will set you up and abandon you at the very moment you need willpower the most. Willpower is not going to help you. Willpower is like a boyfriend that only wants to hang out with you for about 2 weeks and then he's gone, or a girlfriend, right? Willpower is a temporary friend. And once that willpower is gone, what are you going to do now? You started a new diet. You started a new X, whatever it is. You got some new program you're doing. How long is that going to last when your willpower goes away? Because it will. It'll go away in 2 weeks, 3 weeks maybe. If you're really a strong person, maybe 4 weeks. But you got to have something more than willpower. You got to have a lot more than willpower. And I'm telling you, from my experience, and I may be completely a madman, and I probably am, but in my experience, one of the powerful tools is the 365 commitment, and that has managed me along the way. So I did my push-ups, sit-ups, and squats today. I did my running like I'm supposed to because I'm preparing for a marathon, and I'm going to put in 40 miles this week, more mileage than I've ran in a long time. And yeah, there you go. So I no longer rely on willpower. I don't need freaking willpower. I like to have willpower. It really helps me sometimes. Willpower can come along and help me get something really cool accomplished. And I love willpower when willpower comes and hangs around me. But I don't need willpower anymore. I don't need willpower because I have the most powerful thing that a human can have, and that is habit. Habit is a long-term relationship. Habit is your friend for life. Once you've got habit, it's eternal. Habit is not going anywhere. So once you've got habit on your side, you don't need willpower no more. So I recommend, if you care, develop habits. They're better. All right. Well, that's my day 377 today. 136 days to go. I'm excited about my marathon coming. Hopefully, I stay healthy. I think I'm doing everything right. I'm asking for advice. I've got a coach helping me now, and we'll see how it goes. Thank you.